Like, yes, Moxie, this is the perfect game. This is why you should all be picking Razor. Flip-flop so fast. It was funny, but...
Well, I've seen both. I've only seen it twice, and both games was versus Monkey King. It was just this deterrent to shut him down in the games. Actually, I may have seen him a third time where he just completely got owned by the Monkey King, or he didn't end up winning. But either way, I've been seeing a lot of reasons why they're picking it. It's just to shut down a lot of these like 4 Protect 1, where the physical damage only coming from one core in particular, where we are seeing that. Ursa, he can be a bit vulnerable to that, but it also goes both ways. If Ursa gets too ahead, the Razor Link isn't going to happen because Razor just dies before he's able to get any ticks of it. So it's going to be a lot of push and pull from both sides. And I'm curious to see if this lane actually ends up going well. The Razor, Urspirit versus Oracle and Ursa. If they mess up too much, Razor's a very slow hero. He can get chased down pretty easily from the Ursa. So yeah, eyes on Gilgir to see how much he protects Rasmus up here.
I feel like that's the wrong play, though, at the same time, because, you know, we have this Razor, but you have Gilgir on his Earth Spirit. This is a hero that roams. This is a hero that gets things done. If he's stuck up here babysitting the entire time, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose?
A bit for sure. That's why we're seeing a lot of times when people are picking Earth Spirit, they're picking Enigma, Nature's Prophet, these self-sufficient heroes. So I definitely agree with you, but I feel I've seen a lot of times, especially when you're Radiant, you can get your first 2 levels on the Earth Spirit, maybe even the 3rd, and you do that TP play mid, right? You TP, you go in the fog, you gank right away, and then you make your way back to your lane immediately. So he's got options at least for that play. But he has to help. He has to stay top. If Rasmus gets left alone, this Razor just chain feeds, and then it's a useless Razor.
I mean, on the flip side of that, too, you know, we haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of Slaughter. I know Boxy's still very, very fond of this hero. He's able to do some really nice things with it, but it hasn't been as popular because they've been going more for AoE stun, right?
Yeah, it's been more about just like, it's all these team fighting offlaners now. It's like these Tide Hunters, like all these, the Pango is just big damage coming out. Well, this is more single target. This is just amping up your carry, giving him that steroid, getting yourself Roche control as well too. It's just a different approach.
Top lane, Rasmus was taking a lot of harass early. Rolls a little bit off the mark here from Gilgir. We'll try to do a little poking over here on the side. We'll get rooted into place though. They don't quite have enough damage just yet. Focus really wants it though, and there it is. Down goes Gilgir, and now Rasmus getting hunted by a bear. Does have the link up though. No boots on the bear just yet, although he has the gold. Buys them, realizing he's gonna definitely need those. He's gonna try to juke around here. Does have teleports if he wants to, but he's gonna walk into Gilgir. He's gone so far here, but we'll come back with full health, full mana, and of course, the boots.
Accepts his death, but yeah, gets boots at a very nice time. At least Rasmus lives. They get some nice gold. Lane is gonna push into the favor of this Razor too, which is nice for him. But yeah, off the mark from Gilgir. A little bit of a slip up. And looking at the other lanes, Invoker versus Death Prophet, a nice Death Prophet favored lane for the majority until that level 5 comes out. Then Invoker can start to stabilize, but definitely a bit happier if you are the Death Prophet in this lane.
Bottom lane, Dominance taking a lot of harass here from Tofu. They get a nice crush off. Not quite enough damage though to take down Tofu as they'll try to buy a little bit more time. Can they turn this around on Ace? He's got a lot of damage. He's actually forced to run away. Tofu will be able to get the final hit. Skylark not going to be able to get the final hit off though on this Wraith King. In fact, needs to be very careful himself because Tofu, he's poking and plucking over here and he'll be able to slay himself a little fishy.
I love Puck support, honestly. It's so nice having a double nuke as this and just this constant threat and poking. They get ace low, but Tofu's just hitting them higher times this Puck. Very nicely done. He attempts for a side pull too. He will get it off. Ooh. Bottom lane in a good position.
Man, Rasmus is just very reliant on Gilgir the babysitter here, it feels like. Because if he didn't get that little kick from him, I think he would have been toast.
And they're not really slowing down the Ursa at all, which is a bit of a concern. At least they got him the one time when he did die, but yeah, Gilgir he has to stay hand-holding here. He will probably check that 4-minute rune, as they do know that Wish has a bottle, and Stormstormer is really in need of some help. It's starting to get a little out of hand in the mid lane.
There's a bit of a dive going on here at Stormstormer. Wish just going to push him back, try to farm up here over on that Forge Spirit. Get another Spirit Siphon charge. There's no one here to punish Stormstormer. Or sorry, rather to punish Wish, because he's just allowed to hit Stormstormer this entire time. He's so low here. He's not looking too great. Bottom lane, Crush comes out over onto Ace. Do they have enough to kill him? It's looking like they do. Down will go Ace. The king has been slain.
Then we do see Gilgir check the top rune, and it's impressive that they can actually kill bottom. We always talk about the Wraith King with low armor. He did what you're supposed to do on the Wraith King too. Ring of Protection into Chainmail immediately versus the two heavy physical right clickers. Doesn't matter, they get him. Meanwhile, top.
Yeah, they recognize the fact that Gilgir left to go get the Arcane Rune, but they just weren't quite fast enough to go finish off here on Rasmus, so he's gonna survive after probably being a little nervous for half a second. But this time it looks like Whoosh having much better time in the mid lane, 29-2 and 19-3 over on Invoker.
Yeah, tough matchup. You just always get the lane forced onto you. Invoker always suffers when he's playing versus any type of like nuke heroes like this. They kill your, especially if you're going excuse me, especially if you're going Exort. They can nuke your Force Spirit as well as you and push the lane. It's just triple benefit. It's just really hard for Invoker to play around.
The world will hardly notice.
We got the 5-minute runes coming up though, so everyone should be able to go refill their bottle. Scan's gonna be used over on the top portion.
Spartan, he's racing
for Spartan. Yeah, look at him go. He wants to get the other one, and he's gonna be able to get it. They've got nothing to cancel this TP. That's gonna be a sad.
And that's all 4 again, right? Just like last game, they somehow get themselves all 4 bounty runes. Okay.
It's good rotations, good movement coming out from the side of Brame.
Yeah. The last game they did it on the Radiant side. This time they do it somehow on the Dire. They're able to just assert that dominance.
A little bit slower of a game 1 here. Doesn't feel like anyone's really putting their foot on the gas pedal. Although you do see a rotation coming out now from Stoneman. It's got a ward though, so be able to respond if necessary.
He's making the move with the catapult. Look how Wish is forcing the lane in. He's gonna look for the rune too. He has catapult pushing in and he has exorcism. This is a good rotation by Stoa. Since their Slardar is already doing Stoa while bottom, he can actually leave him for a moment. He's already got boots and gloves of haste.
I like this.
Looking to actually punish this and turn this into a big push. Drags the creep wave though. Nice move by Stormstormer. We're seeing all the supports rotate
All the
over.
supports are coming in. They know what's coming. They're going to go, root him into place. Follow up here from Stoneman. He's looking for an opening, but the cold snap does prevent him from being able to get his things off. Followed up with the silence from the puck, so it's beautifully done. Gilgir, though, will fall. But that is a full rotation coming out now from the supports on the side of Hellbear Smashers. It will slow down Wish a little bit, and he's taking a lot of damage. He's got the Spirit Siphon, and he's got the Invis.
Nice moves. This time we actually see Hellbear Smashers help Stormstormer, unlike they did not help him the other game. They actually rotate both supports to stop that push, and they stop it pretty significantly. Only like 600 damage or so onto that tower from the first exorcism usage.
Sunstrike coming in. It's going to be off the mark. Spartan juking away here. There is Rasmus, though, with the Plasma Field. He's forced to go use the Fairy Fire. They've got the Urn Charge. This is looking like a dead Oracle. If they could ever catch him, they'll have to wait a little bit longer, but eventually Gilgir will be able to get the kill.
Good moves, good moves. Getting themselves at least, he said a little more active, 5-3 with this pretty greedy lineup. Still a 1k gold advantage for Brame. Focus is left alone for a second up top though, the Ursa, but he's 6. He's feeling a lot safer, but Gilgir is kind of stalking him.
I feel like Focus can kind of, well, I guess with the Urn Charge it makes it a little bit more difficult. So you'd like to go and man up. Does have to be careful because there is a Sunstrike available, so
Yep.
Focus will play it safe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I like this though. I like seeing the fact that Hellbear Smashers, they're being more aggressive. They're just trying to take their destiny into their own hands here because last time it just felt so much that it was just responsive to all the movement going in on the mid lane against the DK.
It really felt like they were doing nothing. They played so passive last game. Never played as a team as the grab comes out onto Tofu
But
after the orb.
There's no orb. He's gonna die here. It's SA Spartan joining in. Skylark gets the final hit off.
And Ace, he can't help actually. The Corrosive Haze is out on the Slardar before he hits 6, so look at this Wraith King's armor. He has phase boots, but when he doesn't have when he's not under tower under phase boots, he is very low armor. Slardar just keeps amping him up. And yeah, he has to just leave the lane. So now pressure has been placed too much onto him. He has to rotate away, and they're gonna have to try to punish Focus up here. Has he just TP'd? If they can kill this Ursa, that would be a really nice move. They have to be ready for any types of counter ganks, though. Wish does not have a TP available.
Nice.
They can actually go for this, maybe.
Yep, nice roll here from Gilgir, but he's gone too far. He does get the kickoff, but the rest of the team, they're hot on pursuit here. Stoneman joining in. Spartan not going to be able to quite make it over. Stoneman's looking for an opening, trying to get the vision. He needs to be able to go get a Hex, a Shackle, anything, and he doesn't have it. So Gilgir is able to walk away.
Nicely done. Spartan trying to surround on mid. Stormstormer has now hit his power point. Level 8 on the Invoker, double Forge Spirits online. He can actually hold his tower pretty nicely here versus Wish. And we're seeing again, you know, you mentioned last game about the wards from Brame. Look at them again. Just so much emphasis on having vision around the rotations toward mid.
I love it. Top
Really
lane,
want
though,
that tower.
focus. Gets Sunstruck and some harass, but the Exorcism's out over in the mid lane. Wish trying to just push forward here. Again, you talked about those Forge Spirits, but we've got a Death Prophet. She's got Crypt Swarm. She's going to be able to nuke those bad boys down. Gilgear now is going to have to roll away as they do take down the tier 1 mid before the 10-minute mark.
Okay. I guess they didn't want to full out defend the tower since inevitably it'll die. They just keep Tofu bottom to farm while the Wraith King farms top. The sacrifice that they make, it's gonna hurt them a bit though. It's like the lack of control now around this whole jungle. It's gonna be difficult. And their team, as we were saying, it's more greedy. They want to be able to sit back and farm. Losing a tier 1 early usually makes it so that you can't just sit back and farm as easily. The enemy team has so many easier ways to actually invade you and to pressure you. Oh, yeah, a bit of a concern there for them.
I mean, it's an Ursa lineup, and you've got yourself a Slardar to boot. You want to be holding onto the towers around there. It's too easy otherwise. Although Ace going for a bit of a dive here over on SSA Spartan, followed up with the Sunstrike. They'll just nuke down Spartan.
They got him.
That is the pause 5 going down, and that should translate now into a tower push.
Yep, we'll see immediately on the side of Brame. They move bottom. They don't want to react to this top tower. They want to set up their own move. They're going to be able to take out the majority of this tower. Tofu is in the area, though, so maybe Hellbear Smasher still wants to defend for this one, since it is a full HP tower, but there is a catapult wave coming in. Let's see what they look to do.
Still no Exorcism back up on Wish just yet, so it is going to take away. It's just funny watching Wish and Ace just smack, like just hit the tower. Slow and steady wins the race here. Ace will take his tower down first.
Smashers can't set up for defense on these towers right now. Invoker isn't a hero that really wants to move to be able to mirror the movements of Death Prophet by any means. You just make your own plays around the map individually. So they're just going to play for the farm. They lose their tower, which it sucks. You know, they're losing a little bit more map control. And the really scary thing is that Skylark almost has Blink Dagger. So the pace of the game is really going to start to ramp up. And I see a lot of vulnerable heroes on the side of Hellbear Smashers. They're going to have to be very prepared to counter-gank this Blink Slardar.
Tofu is trying to farm up a little bit here. Skylark put the amp damage down, looking for the opening. Was going for the crush, but doesn't quite manage to get it off fast enough before Tofu does. His focus goes to the top lane. He's going to continue to farm up and force Ace away from the tier 2.
They've got 3 heroes up here.
They're smoked
Focus
up, and
is
they're
being able to farm, but yeah, they're looking to set up. They're looking to sandwich onto, I guess, maybe the mid lane. They should look to try to take this tower pretty soon, since they lost theirs. They want to try to get some type of equilibrium.
Where are they going here?
I'm not sure.
That's a long walk, long smoke. Wish is over in the mid lane now. Skylark also made his own.
I guess maybe they were hunting for the Slardar or something like that, but
Yeah, well, there's the Blink Dagger delivered now, so.
Okay. And it's also to point out, I don't know if you did actually, I didn't see, Stahl was just farming Ancients and hard camp and stuff like that with his Serpent Wards. So we see Brame, they're just maximizing for this time. They know that it's a greedy draft from Smashers that can't really pressure or take advantage. So yeah, they're just playing the farm game. And now, yeah, that Blink is online for Skylark. So they're going to start setting up kills quite frequently. And Smashers, they're just playing the farm game. They're just sitting back farming. So they're going to be very vulnerable to all of this.
I'd love to see a smoke or something come out from the side of Brame. They keep running into Tofu, but of course he's very difficult unless you have that chain lockdown. But maybe they can get Rasmus here.
They don't have
They're
the Serpent
creeping.
Wards.
Skylark's got the amp damage down.
This is a very
Try to cancel out
scary
the blink.
place to
He's not
chase.
able to. Top lane, though, they do manage to kill Spartan. So they'll take that. And there is backup now here in this bottom lane. They chased him for quite a while.
Yeah, they were really posturing as if they had a third hero behind them, even when Wish wasn't just there yet. But they do force the Razor away. They'll lose their Oracle, but they're okay with that.
I feel like generally SSA Spartan and Stolmanen are like moving around together the entire time, so perhaps that's why until they got the vision on Spartan and they got the kill, they're like, oh, it's gonna be, you know, the dynamic duo again.
Yeah, that's true.
Focus really seems to want Stormstormer here. At least wants those Forge Spirits. Tornado. Oh, the follow-up though from Skylark. They've got vision on him. Does throw out a nice deafening blast. Looks like they'll back off. They're happy with this. Gilgear forced to roll over to the high ground.
Now they're aware of the blink too, which is very nice. They can prepare themselves and set up, but the sandwich is going to come. Death Prophet ult is at the ready. Blink Corrosive Haze. The team fight's going to be really hard, especially if Tofu's not in the right position for it. We see Gilgir. He's stacking. And
oh, they just
Brame
going for
actually making a heads
the
up.
Roche. Interesting.
They can kill this very easily with Corrosive Haze and Serpent Warren. They don't even need to commit Exorcism unless they see the fight coming.
They don't even have the
fight
bear
coming,
in the
they
pit,
can't.
Fogged. Focus. Yeah, all right, they commit the Exorcism now because they know that they're in the pit, and they want to make sure that they can't get the jump here. Rasmus TPing up. Orb coming in, the roll forward here from Gilgir. Can they get off enough
Big
damage to
silence.
take down this Ursa fast enough? No, Ursa gets killed by Roshan. As now Gilgir next to fall. These ghosts are doing a lot of damage. They'll try to get the ultimate off, and it looks like they do manage to get it over here onto Wish. Skylark will be the one who picks up the Aegis. But the rest of the side of Brame forced back here.
At least they got the Ursa for all of it. A beautiful jump in from Gilgir. Gets
But Roche got the
four-man silence.
hit. I mean, yeah,
Wait,
like
Roche got the
the final hit. It was Roshan's revenge.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, look
All
at
right,
this.
well that's unfortunate.
Watch this, yeah. So he starts ticking down pretty low, and you're gonna watch Gilgir. Go roll on in.
Because look,
the
he gets the
magnetize
magnetize,
off. Yep.
spreads it, and gets the silence on the Oracle. It's like a perfect initiation too for them, but they don't have the follow up immediately.
Look at that. Yep,
and that
Roshan's
Roche.
revenge.
Oh my God. All right.
But on the bright side, right, it wasn't the Ursa who ended up getting the Aegis. It is Skylark, although I'm sure you're still pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
And also,
That
you know,
looked a big win.
Spartan went down during that, but he did manage to keep Wish alive. He got off the ultimate right at like the last second. So a bit of a strange fight.
Yeah, it was just it was a very heads-up move from them, right? Just going for the Roche with this Corrosive Haze. It always makes your lineup able to do this. He's almost level 12 too. So it's just a really quick move. Smashers weren't prepared. If they're there a little bit sooner, they get like 1 or 2 more puck orbs to spam. It looks a lot scarier for Brame, but yeah, they just got there a little bit too late toward the end of it, even though they did connect some nice spells. The damage was done.
Which tower did Rasmus TP to? Because they still have the tier 1 top too. I'm wondering if, ooh, Spartan.
Good question.
He's got to get the D ward off though.
Yes. Just
Yeah, I'm just curious because I know Rasmus teleported from like the bottom lane, I believe. And I wasn't sure if because that T1 was up, was that the reason that he got in there so quickly? Yeah, let's see. Blue, yeah, he went to the top T1. That's how he got there so quickly. Thank you.
Stormstormer is very far forward right now. And there's a Slardar with Blink. I'm surprised he's playing this deep right now, away from his
Ooh.
team.
Ooh, they know he's there too.
I kind of think he backed away, though. Look at the way they're swinging around the back. So him in the trees is actually working out nicely. His TP's going to come up right now, and he's out of here.
Bit of a risky play, but it paid off. Stillman
Very
locked
risky.
directly into these Forged Spirits here. It's just lucky.
And there's the
for
Radiance.
things.
So, okay, not bad. They've gotten themselves away with a 17-minute Naked Radiance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still a respectable amount of time here. I still feel like the way that, like, Brame, they need to continue to be very, very aggressive. But I also feel like it's still gonna be a while. Like, I don't feel the effect of this
Dire's
Razor just
middle
yet,
tower is
honestly.
under attack.
No, me either. I don't think that he did the job that he wanted to about slowing down the Ursa's farm. Ursa's Battle Fury's had a pretty good metric, pretty good timing and all that too. So
And he just picked up Blink as well. So, like, that Blink initiation
Yeah.
coming out from Slardar, from Ursa. And then you just have the rest of the crew sit back. It's tough. I do like the Yule's pickup, though. I think that's going to be important on the Razor. But how close are we? What are we looking at now for the Shadow Shaman for his items? Okay,
he's just
so
going the Lens Shard build.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
going
just-
Shard, though.
Yeah, Shard's
I love
best
that.
build.
It's so
Especially
fun.
with Corrosive Haze. You get the bonus damage onto everybody with the minus armor, so it's really nice.
Skylark just cruising on through there. Rejoining here in the mid lane. I like this though. Look how tight they're playing for the most part. The
Yeah.
only one who's off to the side is of course the Wraith King, but everyone else seems to be kind of huddled together. And I think that was a problem in game number 1. Okay, smoke
It was
is
a
coming out. Roll forward.
one, yeah.
There's no one there. But they do manage to
Rasmus.
find themselves someone over here on the side. They go and they drop the Serpent Wards, and Focus is just slicing through Rasmus here. Down he goes. They'll go get the shackles off as well. This is not looking good for Gilgir as he's next to fall. The exorcism is online, and they're hunting for whatever else they can grab. Look at Skylark. He's waiting patiently. Can he grab anyone? Puck, of course, very difficult to go, but he's really hoping that he will stick around. He's hiding over in the tree line. They don't have the vision on him. They do ping out. They think he's over there, but he's already teleported out, and they'll turn this into a tower push.
If they cannot miss their initiation like that, they just instantly get turned on. And sure, you have Razor, who, if he gets Link, he can be strong. But with these Blink daggers, as you were saying, you know, Slardar, Ursa, they eat Razor alive, especially if they get those type of opportunities. Can't be making too many mistakes like that. This Razor, he's really going to start falling behind with what he's up against. The Death Prophet's always just going to be able to kill him super quick. Ursa, with Blink, he should never really get linked for the most part too, unless he's very out of position. This is a concern for Hellbear Smashers, as it feels like it's just a lot of farm that they're going to need for their heroes, and it's maybe just hoping that Ace and Stormstormer can carry with their heroes. That's it.
Rasmus? Rasmus and Gilgir revealing themselves. You have to be careful, though. The other side of the Hellbear Smashers are making their way over. Skylark does spot out Ace. You can see that the puck's nearby, and it feels like they just want to maybe back off. Could potentially go for a smoke play and try to wrap around, but they have some nice vision over here in the triangle as well.
Still no exorcism for Brame. They're trying to play around that timing mostly in those big team fights. Because with that, they have way stronger fight every time. So 50 seconds until that, and Hellbear Smashers, they cannot take too much advantage of it. They're trying to right now, though. Pushing up top, trying to force this reaction, make Brame make a mistake.
I just feel like Stormstormer is playing a completely separate game from his team. Do you get that feeling?
That's how he does this Invoker a lot of the time. It's just the bots Midas Blink BKB. It's the same build every single time. But he is going to be an alacrity for his Wraith King later, so he will join in later and he will have that impact.
Tofu smoked up. Or rather, with the Invisrune, my bad. Doing a little bit of hunting, but...
Giving a lot of time to Skylark. He's pretty much has BKB now on Ursa too. So BKB Death Prophet, BKB... Oh, sorry, on the Slardar, not the Ursa. Skylark almost has
like,
that.
oh
So
my
double
God.
BKBs is going to make the fights really hard. Like Puck and Earth Spirit and Invoker fully countered then when those BKBs are out. Skylark?
Oh, a whiffed Dream Coil. Skylark's going to be pretty happy about that, even though he's not showing it at all.
Stone Cold Killer.
Stone Cold Killer. I love it. But
so I think, yeah. Right after Skylark picks up this BKB, I want to see Brame just be super active. I feel like their team fight is just unbelievably more powerful right now than Hellbear Smashers. They counter, the full supports are countered, the Invokers counter now when they do pop their BKBs. I think they can really do it. They can really kick the pace up. They are about to have another BKB.
Silence the root, everything in the kitchen sink, and all of a sudden there's no Dream Coil to be afraid of, Fogged.
Yep.
I think
all these timings are coming together. Even Ursa's BKB now coming too. So triple BKB on the cores to counter out majority of magic damage that's coming out from Smashers. Even the Radiance, you know, right clicks are going to be strong, but the Radiance burn is going to be neglected too. Rasmus.
Okay, it does have the Yules, but the rest of the team is quickly collapsing here. Skylark, I'm surprised that he's letting him walk away, perhaps because he sees this little stack over here and can take that instead, but oof, there is a BKB pickup now for Mr. Bear. I just feel like the problem with the way that Stormstormer's been playing this is that now they all have BKBs, so yeah, you're an alacrity, but you're just an alacrity now. Okay, there we go. We have some initiation coming in. He's got his BKB, though. He gets a nice two-man crush off. Wish and Spartan will just escort him out. Need to be careful because I'm sure the Dream Coil's coming out. Tofu, he's got two of them all leashed up, but they go and use the Exorcism, and they even manage to go and use all of the other spells too. The BKB comes out. This is going to be a dead Spartan, but he's already managed to get that heal up over onto him just in case he takes too much damage and he gets hexed up. Down goes Stormstormer. Over on the side, they'll be able to hold Shackle into place. Can they get this kill on Gilgir? No, they'll lose Snowman first, but then they'll take down Gilgir as now Tofu will get chased down by Focus. And now Ace running for his life here as he's just being chased off. Skylark a little bit off the mark, though. Oops. Ace will be able to blink away.
Yep, they just got effectively ran at. Even though they're the ones who started the fight in both situations, jump Skylark. These BKBs are out. They counter pretty much all of Smashers. They just reset. Good coil. It catches the two there, but Spartan just throws the Oracle ulti onto that Death Prophet, and Death Prophet with BKB Oracle ulti just charges. Stormstormer can't do anything. He literally just had to full out run away because I don't believe he had his BKB on him, and he just dies. These fights, they're looking to be pretty hard. versus just all those golden heroes. There's just not a whole lot that they can do. They're gonna have to play a lot of poke and prod to force the BKBs now somehow, as the collapse is just too scary. They died way too fast. They're way too fragile on this Radiant side right now.
But how do you make this work? How do you put that pressure down? Because it doesn't feel like in the past, you know, Puck and Earth Spirit can be very scary, but it doesn't feel like we've got that pressure this time around. They'll go for a full man smoke, though. Follow up, so they should be able to go get the kill on Skylark.
Nice. This is the right move. It's Exorcism's down. You have to play around this Exorcism timing as much as possible for Smashers, because it's too much for you to deal with in these last few moments. So they're still keeping themselves in a good spot. You know, it's only 1K, less than 1K gold lead for Brame. Experience significant for Brame, but you know, these pickups, you know, that's where Wraith King thrives.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And he is still a beast. You know, he's still very farmed in this game.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's still like, despite it feels a little one-sided, but it's still a very tight game.
It is. Yeah, it's weird.
You know, only like a 1K net worth lead going to the side of Brame, and they are supposed to be, you know, more of the aggressive side because, you know, the longer this game goes, the bigger Ace gets.
Ooh, Roche is up, and there's still Exorcism down for 12 seconds. No Slardar either. They might just get away with this here. And there's that Alacrity on Ace.
There we go.
He shreds through the Roche.
And they get over there. You can see there's some pings coming out. It doesn't feel like they're in any sort of a rush to get over. So they might just be able to get this. Easy peasy. Give a scan. Ursa needs to be careful. He's blinking forward. Immediately the Puck. Silencing up. They need to get in there. They need to get in there fast. Skylark jumping forward. Does manage to go over on the side. They'll be able to get that Dream Coil off, but Stormstormer grabs up that Aegis. Wish he's got the Exorcism. They're chasing around here. They do manage to trap over on the side. Gilger not going to be able to survive this. Rasmus going to go down. And now Wish is on the hunt. He would love to grab Ace, but where's your catch here? Okay, we got a Yules. That'll buy us enough time. Skylark blink forward there with the crush. They follow up. Down he goes. Buyback's going to be coming out from both the Razor and the Earth Spirit. The Hex comes out. They do so much damage though, and plus the Shard.
God.
They just kill Ace. No buyback on him. Oh, Rasmus, you have to be so careful. You just bought bad. You can't afford to go down like this. Spirit Siphon, these ghosts are just ripping through him, but they do back off. There are still a tier 1 and a tier 2 still up in that lane.
Just a relentless chase forward. As soon as BKBs get popped, Exorcism gets popped, Hellbear Smashers in full retreat. They still can't fight versus this. They lose Ace. And Stormstormer, he just has to watch. He used all his mana on the Roche. He used Sunstrikes, Forge Spirits, Alacrities. He was out of mana. Even then, he couldn't contribute much of anything as he's making a move bottom. But he's got the grab.
Look at Stormstormer. He's like, yeah, no, you're not getting out of here. Although it does turn around with the Deafening Blast, so he'll get his kill over onto Storminen.
I mean, that was so risky from Stormstormer. If he dies there, he probably dies the twice. That was super high risk, low reward.
Perhaps the pressure getting to them. I mean, he also does just play like this occasionally, like you said.
He does.
Skylark, blink forward, kick back though. Immediately throwing out the sides. BKB comes out though. They're going to try to chase him down, hoping they can get a bash. They get a bash over onto Gilger, but do have to be careful. They're taking a decent amount of harass here from those Forge Spirits.
And next fight now, we're seeing Wish. He's going to have a full Shiva's picked up on Death Prophet, level 18 for level 3 Ghosts, and an Arcane Rune. So the next one is looking pretty tough for Hellbear Smashers too. They have to try to address this Oracle in the backlines. The Spartan's been very annoying, and I haven't really clicked on Spartan in some time, but it would be him who has 3 fluffy hats to protect himself.
Yeah, well, you know, look at that health. It's very, very healthy Oracle right there.
They've got a lot of good ways to be able to take fights though on Smashers, and that's what I'm looking for them doing in most of these engagements and getting into the backlines. They have Earth Spirit, they have Puck, they have these great ways to get on this back Oracle, back Shadow Shaman. They have to do that so that they can protect Ace and protect Stormstormer, as they've been struggling quite a bit here. Ace, AC, Blink, Cheese, Cloak of Flames is very strong now. Same thing with Stormstormer. They have everything at the ready soon.
I feel like Gilgear always gets just... Ooh, there's an item drop back there. Definitely want to go back and grab that. But I feel like Gilgear is like one of the top priorities in these fights. It feels like he's one of the first to go down. Besides Rasmus. Rasmus also seems to be, you know, one of those heroes that unfortunately gains a lot of attention in the beginning of these fights.
Welcome.
Yeah, Gilger, he's rolling in, so you're asking for it. You know, that's what happens as an Earth Spirit, unfortunately.
Yeah. They'll play a little bit. They'll be able to purge it off. Spartan hiding over in the tree line there. Ace, though, jumping forward. Might need a little bit of a save here for Focus. There it is. Spartan throws it out. Dreamcoil will come through as well. Tofu needing to be careful. Does have a Yule's Focus. Will turn his attention. Is he going to be able to do anything here to this puck? It feels like, yes, he is. He'll stay alive after that gank. And over on the side, they manage to find themselves Gilgear again with that Exorcism. Spider legs. Wish is hoping he can grab someone else, but he's going to have to keep on wishing there.
They full disengaged. It was just the two supports that died. It is some time, 60 seconds, but Exorcism's down. I don't know if they saw, though, it was an Arcane Rune Exorcism, as I was mentioning before. So it's going to be back up a lot faster for Wish. I think somebody killed his courier right before the fight.
Earlier,
or something,
yes.
too. Yeah,
It was the
right
recipe.
before, yeah. Okay, so it was the Shiva's recipe. A decent little change there. So the cores didn't die, so they're happy on the side of Smashers. And Exorcism was traded. So when they respawn, they're probably going to look to go again. But that's going to be met by another Exorcism, which might catch them off guard.
We have the Blink now picked up on Stolmanen, so we've got a lot of Blink initiation and Blink follow-up coming out from the side of Brame. But like you said...
Stolmanen and Skylark can kill heroes pretty easily by themselves now. Double Blinks with Serpent Wards and Corrosive Haze is extremely threatening.
Skylark waiting patiently, looking for that perfect opening. Starts to search forward a little bit. Just wants to get a better angle, trying to keep the view.
25 seconds until Exorcism.
Feels like the Smashers might be respecting this. They're going to back off a little.
Yep, they keep control of both outposts as well, too, so no experience going toward the way of Brame. Nicely done. Very close game.
Yeah, and I definitely like closer games more than I like stomps. Yeah, 55% chance for the Radiant, 45% for the Dire. So it's slipping a little
yesterday I was
bit.
so excited, and I got all stomps when I was casting.
No. It's okay. We got you here in the lower div fog. This is big, though. The Abyssal Blade picked up now for Focus. Gonna be
Yeah,
a lot harder
that
to
control
fight him.
through the BKB in particular for Stormstormer is going to be there now.
But Ace continues to get bigger. He's on par pretty much with the net worth of the Ursa. And again, the later this game goes, the better it looks for the side of the Hellbear Smashers.
It definitely feels it's all coming together where they don't have to rely so much around one big thing, right? Where it feels like Brame they have to have Exorcism or they just are nowhere near the realms of looking to fight.
Right.
So it does feel like that. Smashers are getting a good scaling reach for Ace.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Stormstormer.
Sort of
Looking to make
reveals
something happen
himself.
bottom.
Skylark is nearby, though. It goes in. Oh, doesn't quite yet, but they have the Abyssal Blade. And they just blow up Stormstorm. He's absolutely toast here. They'll turn back around. They've got their eyes on Ace. BKB comes out. They'll also try to keep Skylark alive. Thanks to that Oracle ulti coming out from Spartan. He'll disarm the Wraith King for a little bit. He's still ticking down, though, to the Radiance. He is effectively burning to death. So
Gilgear.
he goes down, but over on the side, they find Gilgear. And Skylark was he was just bottom, and now all of a sudden he just wanders on in and says, "Oh, cool, dude. Thanks for holding him in place."
Gilgear was scouting their movements and just watching. He's probably telling his teammates, like, yo, Ace, careful how far you chased. They're cutting you off. Death Prophet's making his way down, and he just gets caught. Blink Shaman revealed, grabs him very quickly. And we see the damage coming in. The nice shackles with those Serpent Wards with the Corrosive Haze is... It's strong.
Dude,
and now we're almost
brought
level-
back.
Wait, you're right.
I feel like he's tilting a little bit.
Wait, why did he buy back?
I think he was unhappy that he wasn't there for the fight. I don't know.
Oh,
Does not look like a happy man.
No, that's concerning for sure. He was having some good momentum for his Hex, too.
Yeah.
He was like at 3,500 gold. He just... Okay, that hurts him a lot. And now it's such a big window for Brame. It's like they're probably just eyeing, looking. Wherever Stormstormer shows, go hunt for him. They kill him. He's gone for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's got to be so careful here. Look at that dip. Oh, my word.
Illusion.
Well, he's going to make his way up into the top portion of the jungle. Skylark is going to get
Nice
jumped on here
Skylark.
by Ace. There's a roll forward coming out from Gilgear, so they'll find themselves a nice pickoff. Be pretty happy
Nice
with
chain
that.
stun.
Ooh. Stomach was all smoked up over on the side there, but he's going to be forced back, as is the rest of the side of Brame. You have a smoke over on the Oracle and the Death Prophet.
60 seconds without their big initiator, though. And he does, even though he doesn't provide a lot of damage himself, he's the control, and he's Corrosive Haze. So it's, in a way, it is a lot of damage.
Feels like they're almost a little scared to go forward here, because you can see that puck is in the bottom lane. It's trying to force out some of the bottom creep waves, and that Clickstorm are also teleported home, so they're not going to get much off of that, unfortunately. For the side of Hellbear Smashers, they all back off.
Get themselves the net worth advantage for the first time, I believe, in the game, though, at least.
It's less than 1K. Let's not
Hey.
bring out the party horns yet, Fogged.
Small gains.
Small gains, though.
Nice.
True.
They did get, it is feeling like they finally got themselves some map control, get themselves across the river, get themselves what looked like at least one ward. It was taken out quickly, but they got all these lanes forced out, and they're already scouting, getting the couriers in Roshan, so they're preparing themselves for the next step.
Dire's bottom tower
And it is
under
giving just,
attack.
it's time, where I'm looking at the buyback cooldown of the Invoker, you know, down to 5 minutes, just time for him.
I'm interested to see how they play this now. Because it definitely starts to feel we're getting that little bit of a shift where this Wraith King is starting to get bigger and scarier, and they're finding nice opportunities. I have to say, Ace has been seriously impressing me this entire tournament.
Yeah, he's done great. This game in particular, he got super fast Radiance. He wasn't shut down. He's playing his own game, and it's important for a carry player to
Radiant's courier
always be able
has
to
been
do that.
killed.
As the couriers starting to get hunted, I saw Skylark scouting out the opposing couriers with his.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Skylark holding on to this regen rune, baiting a bit.
Okay, Wish goes for an item that we've seen in the past with Oracles. Gets the Blink Dagger now in Death Prophet, as you can blink while false promised. And I think he really wants to just get in the midst of these fights. He's not feeling like he's getting pressured at all this game. It's 705 on DP, and he's just having trouble sticking on these targets. So with Blink, he'll be able to just get into the midst of everything. And then the Death Prophet ult, the Exorcism, will be very threatening.
It's a lot of high stakes here around the pit.
There's the Roche.
Roche is up.
Dire's
Courier
turret
does spot it out.
has been
Skylark's courier goes down. But you can see that Brame are already starting to get into position. It's going to be who gets the jump on who here. All eyes on these teams. Did get an Abyssal Blade picked up for the Wraith King as well. So they'll be having those BKB piercing stuns.
Yeah, Rasmus also has his own BKB too, so he can actually stick on targets a lot easier now as this Razor. He's tankier too. He has a plate mail and the Elven tunic, so he actually might get his good links off in these fights now because of all these pickoffs.
Gilgir
Focus.
teleporting back up to that T1 that's still there. You have the Fury swipes on though. It's like Rasmus, Ace going in. It's immediately though the Hex followed up, and down goes the Rush. It goes over to the side of the Dire, but there's so much damage here. Focus is just trying to stay alive as they get the shackles up.
He's
They get the
cleaving
Serpent
them.
Wards too. Rasmus goes down. Gilgir also to go down. They've just got the Oracle ultimate off, keeping him alive. Focus is absolutely fine. That is the reincarnation as the Wraith King forced to run away now. And Ace, I don't think he's gonna make it out this time, Fog. I think there's too many ghostly ladies, snakes, spirit siphons, and big ol' bears that just want him dead.
I'm waiting for this fight recap. Look at the cleave damage. The three of them were lined
Oh
up
my God.
perfectly. He's literally just swinging at them, cleaving them. He gets the cheese, he gets the refresher shard. He's Oracle ulted, pops the cheese while Oracle ulted. Nobody picked up the Aegis during that entire time. He picks up the Aegis afterwards too, while cleaving them during the entirety. You couldn't have asked for a better fight for Brame. Everything is just wailing on everyone, all trapped inside the pit from the Serpent Wards with an Exorcism flowing.
Did Wish get the refresher shard?
Focus grabbed all three, he passed it
Wish
over
has
to
it.
Wish.
Yeah, I saw that he had it in his I just wasn't sure. I figured that would be the best candidate for it, but yeah, this is scary. You still don't have the Wraith King or
is under attack.
Razor here for quite a bit. No buyback on either one of them. That's definitely, on the bright side,
Tofu.
they're only going to be able to take.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
They're hunting him. He actually scurries past the two supports. They're going to turn around right
Oh,
when they
yo,
see him.
yeah, look at this Focus. He's looking, Stallman, hoping he can go and grab him. But again, he's,
Nice. Space.
yeah. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this cleave damage, because there's a lot going on in this
Look,
pit.
it's beautiful. Just look, he picks up, so there he picks up Cheese Refresher.
Yep.
Aegis is still on floor. Look at this cleave damage. He's cleaving these two heroes perfectly. Then the Puck jumps in to
Oh
join.
my
He's like,
God.
hey, cleave me as well. While the Serpent Wards and Stahl, of course, with the grab on the Earth Spirit, completely kills the initiation and counter initiation. It was just the dream fight for Brame. Every spell couldn't have been casted better.
Brame's definitely, they said during their interview they felt a little bad. They felt like, we haven't been performing as well as we could. And right now, Gilgir hoping that he doesn't sneeze, because he is between two very scary people. But I would say that Brame's making their fans pretty proud right now.
Definitely. And just I'm really like I'm loving Sto. Like Stoneman, I didn't really know about him before this circuit at all. His 4 position play has been on point. He knows exactly what targets to focus fire. In this game, he's actually just ruining Gilger's life. Gilger tries to get all these fun rolls, magnetize, spread, etc.
Oh my god. Oh, we've got 2 fights going on over here. Ace, though, is trying to man-fight the bear, and he's not looking like he's going to be able to win it. As Rasmus in the top lane, they go and they drop the Serpent Wars. BKB comes out from Rasmus. They're going to have to... No, he's not going to be able to make it out alive here as the reincarnation pops over onto the Wraith King.
There is Stormer.
Oh, the Lincolns! But he's forced to run away. He just got totally spooked by that.
Oh my god,
Oh my god, Gilger gets silenced. They're hunting. Where are you? Not gonna be able to quite grab him though. God, there was so many things happening at once. Oh my god. Yeah. I do think the reincarnation, I think I heard it getting popped though on the Wraith King. Yes.
Yeah, Focus was right on top of him. He focus fired Ace really hard, and that's what Ursa can do versus Wraith Kings. Doesn't matter how tanky he is, you eat him alive, especially with BKB and Rage. And he has the shard too. Actually, some people really don't like the shard. I actually love it on the Ursa in particular. And just a great fight. Yeah, they separate them up.
Oh no. Oh dear. Oh.
And Gilger won't get out with his life.
That flicker. Oh, and they get the gem. Not only did they murder him, Fog, they mugged him too.
Well, they don't have any words on the map anyway at the moment, at the very least, so they won't lose any vision. Gotta look at the positive.
Right side of it. Well, it's not like they had any wards there, so. You crack me up, dude.
I gotta look for something here. It just turned completely. Like that was the hope for Hellbear Smashers too in that last fight where they're setting up around Roche. Like that was the beginning of what felt like the comeback for them, but Brame just smacks it down. And now they're right outside the base and just pushing forward.
This bear don't care. All right, they'll get the save off. Spartan just allowing Focus to keep running forward. We'll blink back, though. Rejoin with Wish. I would like to point out the fact that Stoneman has a BKB on his position for Shaman, too.
Hell
so
yeah.
Aegis does fall in the back. Got the bear back up and running.
He's gonna continue just ruin the Earth Spirit's game. I'm gonna watch Shadow Shaman next fight. Him just blink BKB, Shackle, Hex, the Earth Spirit. Or the Puck, either one of them, if he can find them, will be huge. The Puck probably a better target if he's able to see it, because Tofu does have Ags now, which could be a bit annoying for these mobile cores on the side of Brame.
Man,
I'm just not feeling the damage kicking in really for the Hellbear Smashers lineup. They're negated because they're the ones getting jumped on all these times. There's too much stuff going on in the fights. You said it's the game of circles, right? There's Serpent Wards, Exorcisms. These battles are just not easy for them.
Look how fast they turned around. Okay, they drop a ward over there. Blink gets picked up now on Spartan. Like, they're so wealthy, Fog.
Positioning King.
All right.
They find the Ursa.
Okay, you've leashed up a bear. What are you going to do now? All right, they follow up. We got the Exorcism, though, coming out from Wish. He sat his eyes over to Stormer. Bear running forward, hoping that they can go and grab anyone. Gilgear roaming on out. So they do force out the Exorcism. That is
good.
A bright side, going to the side of Hellbear Smashers, but...
Great disengage. They still have the Refresher Shard, I believe, on Wish, so he still has a secondary one. So he will be ready for that one. And Jesus, they actually have so much gold too. I didn't even notice all the items picked up. Skylark, AC, 3,000 gold, 7,000 on Wish. They haven't spent pretty much anything that they picked up from the last fight. And now they'll finish full items. Full Octarine on Wish, I assume he's going to buy.
Spell Prism. Man, everything is just turning up Brame right now. I have to say, you know, I've been saying I've been very impressed with Ace. He's doing the best that he can here. He's farming up. He's trying to go as fast as he can, but it's so hard when your map is just so closed off from the way that Brame plays.
Brame on point too. They scan, catches them perfectly. Focus.
Look at Focus.
Standing in the front. Yeah, he knows. He's like, I have Enrage. I'm level 26.
All right. They'll take the bait. The jump in, though, from Skylark onto the back line as they go, and they try to just blow up Stormer. Not going to be able to quite do it that quickly as he's got the BKB. But over here on the side, Stormer just holding in place over here. Turned right back around. Ace, yeah, you know, the BKB was cute, but not going to have enough HP to survive the bashes coming out from Ace. Stoneman does fall. Buybacks are coming out, though. Razor, Stoneman as well. Tofu goes down. No buyback on this Puck. Brame still looking, still trying to steamroll right back through. They'll hold him into place.
Nice
Roll
play.
forward, though, over here coming out from Wish as he takes him down. Here's buyback. Ace now trying to man fight. Can't hit Spartan, though, especially when he's hexed and when there's a Ghost Scepter. Eventually, he does pop, though, as he's coming right back in. Again, the hold coming out, trying to get some of these wards down as fast as possible, trying to get them into position. Silence coming out. This is not looking good for Ace. He's taking too much damage. He'll turn back around. He'll stun up the bear. Looks like Skylark will fall. Another stone being thrown out over onto Focus. Gilgear looking. He's going to try to roll to be able to go throw out the tornado. Focus is left all alone now, and they'll finally be able to take down a bear. Rasmus with the triple kill.
They finally get a fight that actually can go in their favor. They did such a good job of splitting it up and splitting up all of Brame, kiting out the Exorcism, kiting out the Ursa, kiting out the Slardar. Stormstormer's actually able to cast spells in a fight for once. He gets off his full arsenal like 2 or 3 times, and they do a great job of just dancing between them. That was nicely done, and a good buyback from Rasmus when he gets focused.
Well, definitely paid off with a triple kill. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, he needed that for his game not to get completely shut down, but they needed that in general for all of them. As Ace almost does drop, but they end up winning the fight. And a big hit. That was the refresher, I believe, was used from Wish for that second Exorcism too.
Does have the Octarine core online, though, now with the Spell Prism, so that Exorcism's going to be
fast.
back up very quickly.
Yep.
And it's still very difficult for Hellbear Smashers. Definitely gaining momentum, even though there's an 8K net worth lead over to the side of Brame.
Yeah,
But I
some nice gold too, right? Like we see Wraith King now with 5K, Invoker also with another 5.5, so they can finish up their set of items too. Now they get themselves back on the map, push out lanes too. They did not get the gem back though, did they?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
The Hex, they go and they commit. So they'll be able to get maybe a nice pickup over here on the puck, but they do manage to go and hold Gilgear into place. So down goes Tofu. Looks like Gilgear's going to be next. Dominant over here on the side, getting chased by Rasmus. Wish trying to do whatever he can with these ghostly ladies. They'll be able to take down Dominant as well. Yule's coming out. But again, they force out the Exorcism, and they kite.
And they just dance on him too. He's not able to really find anybody after they just jump in and assassinate his 2 supports. Those cores just keep surviving.
Every time they survive, they get a little bit richer.
Yep.
Gotten gains.
Attention going to be on the next Roche. Courier's flying over and scouting. We're getting those buybacks kicking in. 60 seconds, no Earth Spirit buyback. 70, no Shadow Shaman. They're actually on the Death Prophet.
Pops the BKB over here on Wish. Jump forward, though, coming out for the bear, followed up with a beautiful crush. Ace, he's taking too much damage. He just goes down so quickly as Rasmus next to fall. This is not looking good here. They're just going to chase him down. They're looking for the silence to crush everything that they can, and it looks like they should be able to take down this Wraith King. They need another hit, and there it is. Down he goes for 99 seconds. Rasmus done for 107. The only one alive here is, of course, Stormstormer, and Roche is up fogged, so...
Lovely buybacks and lovely jump there. Even though they're the ones under vision, it's the 3 strong cores, as we said, for Brame that were still alive. They just BKB, blink down, and now it's 2 cores with... They're dead for 80 seconds. And if this refresher now also picked up on Wish, so 2 sets of Exorcisms. Great jump forward by them, and maybe Hellbear Smashers just getting their foot off the pedal for a second there, and that's all it can take in some of these games in the later stages. One slip up and you just lose your base.
Got the reaction timing coming out from Skylark after Focus jumped in. It was just so... Oh, Tofu, hello?
Tofu? Oh my god, now
taking lessons from Spartan there. Exorcism is up, obviously, though. Here, Wish is going to place some damage down. Are they just going to go for the full-on victory?
I don't see why not. There's no Razor, and they have 2 sets of Exorcisms.
Yeah, Deafening Blast does get tossed out here. The positioning is so good. Silence
Shaman's coming
Skylark.
too. We're gonna have Serpent Wards on top of the Exorcism on the tier 4.
Oh, the jump forward over onto Stormstormer. He's gonna have to... Oh, the bash coming out now. Can he get back into his base in time? Looks like he's gonna be able to, but the damage is being done right now. The buyback's coming out now from Tofu. I don't know what this little puck can hope to do. There's so much damage. How do you get out there, Tofu? He's trying. The GG gets called. Brame, they wandered into the jungle, and they slew themselves some Hellbear Smashers.